So I am Matthew Yeager. I come to both, and I'm here with Megin Jimenez, and we are representing the KGB reading series, Monday Night Poetry Series. How long has it been in? Since 1997. Started by Star Black, who is not here tonight, but would be glad if she heard that, and David Lehman. And we have a great fall season lined up, and so we will be emailing you all. I'm going to read some sonnets from a series of sonnets that I have that are written by a persona that is known as the gut, my most productive persona. And the gut is a big detached fat ball that grows in self in hopes of swallowing whole what it detached from, Chico. But in the meantime writes poems. This is called Ode to Naps. Ode to Naps. When I feel the need to go away, or rather get away from the guilt-inducing light of day, which calls me names like blob beneath its huge come play, I turn to you for my plan A. I love you. I love deciding on you. Love giving the cord in the window a diagonal tug. Love watching a room go gray. I live for that all-mine feeling as a door clicks closed. Ah, oh, to fall forever through the clear, cool waters of sleep, through the cool blue waters of a soundless sleep, open-eyed inside the grape-sweet waters of a dreamless sleep. Bon voyage and hooray! I'm sinking away to a place remote as the top of a cloud, and there shall thrive like a magical rock, free from all goodbyes. Naps, you're like suicide. At times I even leave a note. This is Ode on Cartoon Dancing Skeletons. They're perfect, like X-rays of Jesus. Brainless, brain-free, they grin continuously, crazily, and clatter against themselves as they dance. They dance, and I feel great, because a skeleton is not sad, though he drums his drum with some other skeleton's femurs. The absence of a brain is like a party hat. The mind's a cat. When it's away or dead, all the bones get loose and play like mice. Down deep, there is a thing in me that feels zero towards my fellow beings. It's not hate, but a type of ecstatic carelessness born of fact. We are bones, and what bones do is dance. They dance till they collapse atop the dirt, which then pulls them in like water. Yeah. My gut self and gut art. Like a face abducted by a mustache, or a scene abducted by a male ass, or a career abducted by a torn pectoral, but more like a face abducted by a mustache, like a head abducted by a bar of music, like my soul abducted by a distinct sense that I have been always sick with envy, always, the whole time, in every act. There is the drug of a glass of ice-cold water, there is the drug of a new wall color, there is the drug of a trip in summer, but always sick with envy, lusting mad for whatever it is that others have. See, always I am swallowed, always I am hungry. My gut life and gut poems. Poems are grown by those who like the fact that poems keep groans unknown. I don't have time to waste on groans, those sorts of groans that make poems great, that huddle like weight in the holes of great, great poems and keep them sailing straight, lead towards their gold-enameled homes. I turn away, I reject, I growl and grunt, or, stooped by the millstone of a want, grovel. When joy presents itself, I am just so damn happy to hold the bottle. I see the cliff too clearly off which all things tumble. I see it is somewhat beyond Byzantium. Bill.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Poetry Project, for organizing. It's been a really fantastic effort, and it's good to hear what else is going on in the city. I'm just going to read. This is from a series called Portrait of the President, Portrait of the World. This is called Press Release. After outliving the exploding cigar, Yankee submarines, insubordinate underlings, all manner of embargo, poisoned sweet fried plantains, and 633 other machinations of the iciest of Cold War operatives, it was the general's own withered organism that failed him. And it was the president who had nursed him through that moment of self-betrayal, the admission to the press, to the people. The great weight of 50 years of power slid off his shoulder, off his chest, onto the old revolutionary's little brother, age 76. Laid out in that tall bed, the general could only see machines he did not understand and hope that the torment would stop. Our president had fed fruit compote to the general through this difficult time. No one dared remark on its undeniable resemblance to baby food. The general felt it like the crude oil that had been flowing abundantly from his mentee's executive teeth to nurse his skinny island nation. And now, it was the general who broke the news to the president. The pelvic abscess, that sack of pus, which, doubling the president over in the general's pristine 1956 black sedan, had been so insistent on being drained, had been but a symptom. The general sat by the president's bedside, took his decades younger hand, and informed him, contrary to the press release that had been issued days earlier, that the tumor was malignant. Meanwhile, the world was deprived of its noisy sun. When did the president shine his face, thunder on the airwaves again? And the 200th anniversary of the liberator's triumph, his casting off of the colonial shackles, no one else could find the words for such an occasion. Imperialist rags issued threatening editorials saying that his voice would not be heard if it came from the shores of our sisterly island nation. The president, to his great regret, couldn't manage to make the announcement live, and how he adored a live broadcast. He could scarcely stand up, his face was deflated. He had to inform the world in a pre-recorded video. But would the world continue to exist? Would the world become ill too? His absence had already made the very walls around us flicker and doubt their presence. Perhaps the liberator's dusty bones had been carcinogenic. Maybe, thought the president, as he drifted off on a narcotic dream, I shouldn't have swallowed.
KGB Poetry, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up one more time for them.